Life without empathy is a lonely world. The magical power of empathy is like a bridge to connect people. In a fast-paced, competitive, and sometimes emotionless world, empathy is now recognized as a rare and precious human resource. In many everyday people feel more than they hear. In this space, empathy not only gives the quality of human relationships, but also serves as one of the fundamental factors of mental health. Definition of empathy. Empathy means seeing the feelings, thoughts, and circumstances of others from their perspective. This skill, the science of empathy, specifically deals with or expresses emotional companionship, involves a kind of understanding and recognition of the inner self of the other. In empathy, we try to see the inner world of the other person from their perspective, without judging, without providing solutions, and without changing the direction of the conversation towards ourselves. In other words, empathy means I am with you and understand you, not just sorry for what you went through. Types of empathy. Empathy can be examined at 3 separate levels. 1. Emotional empathy. The ability to experience or reflect the feelings of others. For example, we feel the person's sadness in ourselves. 2. Cognitive empathy. Mental and logical understanding of the other person's mental state. That is, we understand why the person thinks or feels this way. 3. Compassionate empathy. A combination of emotion and cognition, along with a desire to help. That is, after the emotion, there is also support for the person. The importance of empathy in individual and social life. Reduces feelings of loneliness. There is no feeling more destructive than loneliness. Empathy is a bridge between people that strengthens a sense of belonging, security, and value. Increases value. When someone speaks to us without judgment, we feel accepted and understood. Increases the quality of relationships, emotional relationships, friendships, work partnerships, and family relationships become stronger, deeper, and more meaningful with empathy. Skills needed for empathy. 1. Active listening, not interrupting others. Paying attention to the other person's words, body language, and full feelings. 2. Non-judgmental, putting aside personal biases and analysis while listening. 3. Reflective responses. Reflecting the other person's feelings with phrases like, "It's so hard to reflect to them. Are you feeling scared?" 4. Open questions. Instead of closed questions, we use open questions. Do you want to tell me more? 5. Self-awareness. One must first be aware of one's feelings and experiences so as not to misuse them in empathy or attribute them to another. 6. Mindfulness. Being fully present in the moment and experiencing one's own experience and feelings without mentally jumping to the past or future. Empathy in the context of culture, gender, and social status. Before starting an empathetic relationship, one must pay attention to cultural, gender, age, and social differences. For example, what grief looks like in one culture may be different from another. Therefore, the cultural background of the individual is very crucial in the application of empathy. Dangers of excessive empathy. Despite its abundance, empathy can be damaged if the individual's psychological boundaries are destroyed. Excessive involvement with the pain of others causes psychological burnout. The individual absorbs the pain of others instead of accompanying them. This can lead to depression, anxiety, or emotional distress. Be one-sided. Empathy must be mutual. A person who is constantly empathetic and unsupported becomes vulnerable. Empathy is the foundation of therapy. A therapist cannot create a therapeutic and safe relationship without understanding the client's inner world. With empathy, a therapist can create a supportive and non-competitive environment where people can live with greater emotional security. Empathy is not only a human and practical skill, but also a healing and life-saving lifeline in the modern world. With empathy, we can distance ourselves from loneliness, misunderstanding, and emotional conflicts and build authentic, safe, and human relationships. Empathy is the power that turns us from an emotionless machine into a real person.